Dumbest boy in the world that didn't know her name until the grief made it famous. That's the cruelest game. Built on every sacrifice she made in quiet rooms, every parent-teacher meeting every afternoon. She drove me to every dream she held before I knew I had one. Dumbest boy, everything is you. All cancel strings arriving at the weight of it. Choir underneath the sacred and the greatness of it. Distorted soul sample crying from the past. Everything she gave me built to last and outlast me. That's the point she always made. Donda's boy still living in the debt she paid.
Everything I touch has a fingerprint.
Every bar I write,
her influence.
Donda's boy trying to be worthy of the name. Everything I built, she was the flame. She was the flame. Guilt of driving past the person who believed first. Success arriving after, that's the particular thirst that never gets quenched, the one you can't explain to anyone who hasn't felt the specific pain of wanting them to see it physically right here. Quiet swelling at the thing I cannot clear from the chest, the permanent resident of grief. Donda's boy, success without relief from the absence that it all was meant to fill. Orchestra agreeing it never will fill the seat, but something shifts with time. Donda's boy still making every chorus try.
Everything I touch has a fingerprint.
Every bar I write,
her influence.
Donda's boy trying to be worthy of the name. Everything I built, she was the flame. She was the flame. She was the flame.
She used to say,
You were put here for a reason.
I didn't believe her then.
I believe her now.
Too late to tell her.
Never too late to show her through everything.
I do.
Called my mother's number once, 6 months after, just to hear the voicemail, her voice, her laughter. In the greeting, 30 seconds of the realest thing. Donda's boy understanding what the mothers bring that can't be replicated or replaced or bought. Every lesson that the money never taught came from a distorted sample playing what remains of everything she gave me running through my veins. Orchestra at full, choir at the peak. Donda's boy, she's everything I seek. To honoring the work and how I move through rooms. Donda's boy, she's every song that blooms.
Everything I touch has a fingerprint.
Every bar I write,
Her influence.
Donda's boy trying to be worthy of the name. Everything I built, she was the flame. Still one boy, always will be. That's the whole thing. That's everything.
That's everything.
Yeah. Empire built on mornings nobody witnessed. Yeah. Empire built on mornings nobody witnessed. Every floor erected through a different kind of fitness. Not the body, the spirit, the refusal to fold. When the blueprint disappeared and the night got cold. Looked at where I started, couldn't recognize the face of the person standing in that very first place. Everything between then and now a different country. Grand piano playing with the journey cost me strength. Arriving at the summit of the thing. Built from nothing into everything. Not finished, never finished, that's the understanding. Empire state of mind, always expanding. Look back once, saw how far I came. Look forward, nothing looks the same. Empire state of mind, still climbing, still in flight. Yeah, still in flight. Yeah. Jay knew something about the city. Be in the mirror, everything you are reflected. Nothing clearer than the place that made you and the place you made yourself. Empire isn't geography, it's internal wealth. Built the kingdom in the mind before their hands caught up. Jazz snare agreeing, every setback filled the cup of the reservoir that fed the years of building. Upright base accounting for the gilding of the ordinary, turning base metal into gold. Empire state of mind, the oldest story told by anyone who ever built from scratch. Everything I am, I had to catch it. Look back once, saw how far I came. Look forward, nothing looks the same. Yeah. Empire built on every scar and every sleepless night. Empire state of mind, still climbing, still in flight. The empire isn't the destination. The empire is the decision made every morning to keep building. When you can stop, you never stop. That's the empire, that's the whole thing. Yeah, that's the empire, that's the whole thing. Yeah, third verse for the ones at the beginning of the climb. Can't see the empire yet, can't read the sign. It says you're building something, just feels like work. Empire state of mind starts in the murk of the earliest mornings when nobody believes. Grand piano playing through the doubt that never leaves. Entirely just gets quiet as the floors go up. Strings arriving at the moment you fill the cup for the first time. Tasted what the building tastes like. Empire state of mind, that's the day and the night. You remember when you're standing at the top, looking at the next mountain, never gonna stop. Look back once, saw how far I came. Yeah. Look forward, nothing looks the same. Yeah. Empire built on every scar and every sleepless night. Empire state of mind, still climbing, still in flight. Yeah, still in flight. Yeah. Not a place, a decision made daily, still making it, always will be. Infrared sees everything, even what you bury. Infrared cuts through every layer you constructed, every version of the story you instructed people to believe. I see the blueprint underneath the presentation and the smile and the sheath. Around the actual intention, infrared don't lie. Piano stab arriving right between the alibi and the truth, which lives a centimeter below the surface of the thing you wanted me to know. Watch you rearrange the narrative mid-sentence. Infrared picking up the heat of the repentance you should feel, but don't string, pulling at the seam of everything you built on top of someone else's dream. Infrared, I see you through the cover, every layer peeled, there's nothing left to discover that I haven't seen already. Ready, filed infrared. The coldest and the most worthwhile. Room temperature drops when the infrared turns on. Everything that's warm reveals itself, then gone into clarity. The coldest kind of vision, infrared, making every choice a clean incision through the noise, through the social performance art, through the curated version, straight into the heart of what you actually are at 3 a.m. alone. Freakless bass sliding underneath the bone of every conversation we pretend it was real. Infrared doesn't care about the deal you made with your own comfort, only sees the heat of truth, however buried. Infrared is complete. Infrared, I see you through the cover, every layer peeled. appealed, there's nothing left to discover that I haven't seen already. Read already, filed infrared. The coldest and the most worthwhile. The most dangerous person in any room isn't the loudest one. It's the one who sees everything and says nothing until the right moment. That's infrared. Turned it on myself one afternoon, fair is fair. Infrared revealing what I'd rather not declare. Every justification burning in the light, every comfortable story falling out of sight. Infrared is only useful if you point it in with two. Piano stab arriving at the honest residue of who I actually am beneath the architecture. Infrared, the most important lecture I ever gave myself at the expense of comfort. String pulling at the last remaining buffer between the public and the private. Infrared complete, everything I am exposed, nothing left to delete. I see you through the cover, every layer peeled, there's nothing left to discover that I haven't seen already. Read already, filed infrared. The coldest and the most worthwhile. Still watching, always watching. Can't turn it off. Wouldn't want it. Turned off everything that wasn't serving the signal. Noise reduction, found the original. A frequency underneath all the static and the rush. World got quieter, everything turned to hush. Then the groove arrived without announcement. A fretless bass delivering this pronouncement of what the body knew before the mind agreed. Frequency check, found exactly what I need. Synth pad opening like a window in the chest. Finger snaps, the only clock, forget the rest. Time signature changing, nothing keeping score. Frequency check, never felt this before. Right frequency, body starts to know. Right frequency, everything starts to flow. Can't explain it, just lock in and ride. Frequency check, everything's inside. People chase the feeling on the outside all the time, looking for the frequency in someone else's rhyme. But the signal's always been internal, always clear. Frequency check is already here. Fretless bass sliding between the notes now. Synth pad holding everything, nobody knows how to explain the moment when it all locks in. Frequency check, let the feeling begin. Finger snaps, the heartbeat of the afternoon. Everything in tune, nothing out of tune. Body and the music making one agreement. Frequency check, this is the treatment. Right frequency, body starts to know. Right frequency, everything starts to flow. Can't explain it, just lock in and ride. Frequency check, everything's inside. It's already playing. You just have to listen. Right there, that's it. Elegance is just cruelty with better taste. Never raise my voice in a room I already own. Quiet is the loudest thing when you're sitting on a throne. Every suit press, not for them, for the principle. Excellence a habit, nothing's coincidental. Watch the room adjust the moment I walked in. Didn't acknowledge it, that's where the power begins. Piano saying what the mouth refuses to. Trumpet understanding what the cold ones go through. Built this in the dark without a witness or a clap. Elegance is just discipline, that's the whole map. Never let them see the hunger underneath the calm. Coke boy elegance, ice water in the palm. Never flinch, never ask, never beg the room. Everything I have arrived before you assume. Cold precision over everything they sell. Elegance, the only story I need to tell. Shook hands with the devil, kept my receipt. Every deal I made was made on different feet than the ones they thought they had me standing on. Coke boy elegant, still here, still strong. Muted trumpet morning, what they never understood about the kind of hunger that survives the neighborhood. Upright bass accounting for the years they missed. Everything I built exists because I persisted. Through the kind of cold that changes how you see. Elegance the armor, precision the key. Never let the surface crack, never let them in. Coke boy elegance, the longest discipline. Never flinch, never ask, never beg the room. Everything I have arrived before you assume. Cold precision over everything they sell. Elegance, the only story I need to tell. They wanted emotion, I gave them architecture. They wanted weakness, I gave them infrastructure. Still here, didn't move an inch, never will. Four in the morning in a room I don't recognize. City lights below me, through the floor to ceiling skies. Got everything I said I wanted on the list. Funny how the heaven leaves a different kind of twist in the chest. Not pain exactly, more like space, where the wanting used to fill the entire place. Piano playing what the therapist would charge for. Strings arriving at the thing I've been searching hard for. But can't name success, looks different from the inside. 4 a.m. the only hour I don't have to hide behind the version that the daylight hours require. 4 a.m. just me and everything I desire. And don't simultaneously in the city that doesn't know me. Success, the loneliest and most beautiful trophy. 4 a.m. nobody's calling back. Everything I built, but something's still intact. In the empty, something I can't fill with more. 4 a.m. what was all of this for? Order room service for a conversation. Talk to the delivery guy about his situation. 20 minutes more real than the whole last week. 4 a.m. revealing what the daytime doesn't seek. Connection underneath the currency in the cloud. Muted bass guitar saying what I'm about to understand, that none of it means what I thought. 4 a.m. the most expensive lesson bought. With years of grinding toward a feeling that keeps moving. Strings agreeing nothing about this is improving the actual problem, which is just the human need for something that the having doesn't feed. 4 a.m. and nobody's calling back. Everything I built, but something's still intact. In the empty, something I can't fill with more. 4 a.m. what was all of this for? You get the thing, and then you understand. It was never about the thing, it was about the reaching. And now you've reached,
and your arms are empty and full at the same time. Called my mother at 4:15, her time. She picked up immediately, said she knew the sign that something was adjacent to the word okay. Mothers always know, didn't need to say anything, just listen to her breathe. 4 a.m. dissolving everything but need. For the oldest and the simplest kind of thing. Piano understanding what the mothers bring to a conversation at an hour like this. 4 a.m. the most important thing I miss is ordinary, just a Tuesday of life without the weight of everything I've sacrificed. 4 a.m. and nobody's calling back. Everything I built, but something's still intact. In the empty, something I can't fill with more. 4 a.m. What was all of this for? Still awake, still here, still asking. That's enough for tonight.
God's been patient with me. I haven't always returned the favor. Built a cathedral out of every questionable decision. Stained glass windows made a compromise precision. Prayed on Sunday, operated differently Monday through. Saint on the outside, sinner in the avenue of every choice I made when nobody was keeping score. Orchestral strings arriving at the reckoning door. Chopped soul sample crying from a different era, when the lines between the saint and sinner were clearer. Or maybe just less examined, less exposed. Saint or sinner, both, the case never closed. Distorted piano playing what the sermon missed. The complicated human at the center of the list. Saint or sinner, jury still deliberating. Built a church and burned it, still celebrating. God and devil both showed up and claimed the deed. Saint or sinner, both of them agree. Generous to strangers, complicated with the close ones. Gave the shirt away, kept the coldness for the chosen ones. Who stayed the longest, got the worst and best of me. Saint or sinner, that's the honest testimony. Strings pulling at the contradiction in the chest. Gave everything to work, what about the rest of life? The people, the ordinary Tuesdays missed. Saint or sinner, both exist on every list of things I am. The contradiction isn't flaw, it's just a human, messy, full of awe and failure simultaneously, that's the truth. Saint or sinner, both were present in the booth. Saint or sinner, jury still deliberating. Built a church and burned it, still celebrating. God and devil both showed up and claimed the deed. Saint or sinner, both of them agree. The most honest prayer I ever said wasn't in a church. It was at 3 a.m. alone. Just, I don't know what I'm doing. Help. That was the whole prayer. That was enough. Somewhere between the saint and sinner lives the real, the unperformed, the unfiltered, the actual feel of being someone trying in the complicated world. Saint or sinner, both flags unfurled. Simultaneously, flying at the same height. Distorted piano agreeing that's alright. Nobody's purely one, the binary's a lie. Saint or sinner, I'm the complicated guy who built and burned and built again from ash. Streams swelling at the beauty of the crash and resurrection. Every time, still here. Saint or sinner, both, and that's the frontier. Saint or sinner, jury still deliberating. Built a church and burned it, still celebrating. God and devil both showed up and claimed the deed. Saint or sinner, both of them agree. Blueprint. Not a plan, a legacy. Yeah. Yeah. Blueprint wasn't drawn, it was lived into existence. Every setback added to the structural persistence of something built to last beyond the moment and the man. Legacy, the only thing that wasn't in the plan. Started as survival, ended up as architecture. Every floor a lesson from a different sector. The life that shaped the thing I'm standing in right now. Blueprint written in the years they don't allow into the highlight reel. The ugly middle part where the blueprint isn't clear and you just start with what you have, which isn't much, but it's enough. Piano agreeing that the blueprint starts with rough. Blueprint, not for them, for what comes after. Every line I drew was followed by disaster. Yeah. Then recovery, then something better than before. Blueprint. That's what all the suffering was for. Yeah, Jay knew something about building on a borough, taking what the city gave and going thorough through every layer. Burrow to the boardroom, blueprint drawn in hallways, executed in the war room, horn section, arriving like a verdict being read. Everything I build is living, nothing of it dead. Upright base, the heartbeat of the infrastructure. Every bar low, bearing wall, no rupture. In the foundation, tested, hell still standing. Blueprint, the most demanding thing you'll ever do is build for after you. Blueprint, everything I leave, that's the residue. Blueprint, not for them, for what comes after. Every line I drew was followed by disaster. Yeah. Then recovery, then something better than before. Blueprint. That's what all the suffering was for. What do you want left behind? When the noise stops, when the chart position fades, when nobody's counting, what remains? That's the blueprint. Draw that one. Third verse for the one still in the middle of it. Can't see the blueprint yet. Still in the grit of the part that doesn't look like anything yet. Blueprint phase 1 is always covered in sweat and doubt, and the specific fear that nothing's there. Horn section, promising it's there somewhere. Underneath the work, the shape is forming slow. Blueprint, you won't see it till you let it go into the world and watch it stand without you. Piano playing what the finished thing can do without the builder. That's the test of the design. Blueprint, every bar, this is every line. Blueprint, not for them, for what comes after. Every line I drew was followed by disaster. Then recovery, then something better than before. Blueprint. That's what all the suffering was for. Still building. Always will be. Blueprint never finished. That's the point.
Can't complain, shouldn't complain, still complaining. Champagne problems, the ones you can't say out loud. Can't tell the struggling version of yourself, not allowed. To greet the things that look like blessings from the outside. Champagne problems, living rent-free on the inside. Table at the best restaurant still felt empty. Flight in business class still felt restless. Plenty guitar loop arriving at the honest reckoning. Piano soft beneath the surface beckoning. The truth that comfort doesn't cure the human ache. Champagne problems, real problems, make no mistake. Just the kind you feel ashamed to bring to anyone, because the optics are a problem, everyone. Champagne problems, can't say them out loud. Too blessed to be stressed. That's the public cloud. The private truth is different from the version that I show. Champagne problems, only I will ever know. therapist said something that I haven't shaken yet. Said the size of the problem isn't how you measure that. The suffering, pain is pain regardless of the rapper. Champagne problems still deserve a chapter in the honest story of the life I'm living now. Guitar agreeing with the therapist somehow. Muted bass holding what the public doesn't see. Champagne problems just as heavy, just as free to hurt as any other kind. The shame's the extra weight, carrying the problem and the guilt about the state of having problems when you have so much, that's two. Champagne problems, real and valid, that's the truth. Champagne problems, can't say them out loud. Too blessed to be stressed, that's the public cloud. Private truth is different from the version that I show. Champagne problems, only I will ever know. Someone always has it worse, that's true, and also irrelevant to what you're feeling right now. Both things are true simultaneously. Give yourself permission. Learn to hold the gratitude and grief together. Champagne in one hand, heavy in the other. Not performing either one, just carrying both. The having and the wanting, that's the oath of being human in a complicated skin. Piano playing what the outside doesn't win. Access to the private, the unfiltered, the real. Champagne problems finally allowed to feel without the shame of feeling them at all. Guitar arriving at the bottom of the fall into honesty, which is just the beginning. Champagne problems, that's the cost of winning. Champagne problems, can't say them out loud. Too blessed to be stressed, that's the public cloud. Private truth is different from the version that I show. Champagne problems, only I will ever know. Still grateful, still honest, both at the same time. That's enough.